Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try some Underwood brand. These are like spreads, so they're like potted meat. This one is the original one that I grew up with, deviled ham, premium quality deviled ham spread. And then we have the white meat chicken spread. And then this one is one I've never seen before. It's the roast beef spread. Never heard of that one. I don't know why it's in a wrapper, but it is. He bought these all at Meijer. They were $2.49 a piece for these. And you normally eat them with just like they are, or you eat them with crackers. I'm going to try them both ways. So let me open. Well, let me tell you a little bit about each one of them before. So the deviled ham, like I said, this is the original that that I grew up with. It is 2 servings in the can, 180 calories per serving. So what is that? 360 calories for the whole can. And there's the other information. I don't know if it'll focus on here. Hopefully it will. If not, Tammy will have pictures one way or the other. And you don't do anything with it. You don't heat it up or anything like that. You just open it. So here's the deviled ham. Here's what it looks like. I know, it looks like cat food. I'm curious if other countries have stuff like that. I'm sure they do. Here's the chicken. It smells like cat food. It's 130 calories or 260 calories for the can. And there's the other info for you. So let's see what it looks like. I guess it's going to be lighter. Yeah, that one's got some oil. I'll have to stir that one up a little bit. And then the roast beef. Like I said, I've never heard of this one. I don't know why they put it in the wrapper, but it's the same thing. They didn't put a wrapper on the actual can. Interesting. So this one is 140 or 280 per can. And there's your other info. And let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't have a wrapper on the can. I don't know. Maybe it's just something they're not going to have all the time. That's interesting looking. Definitely stir that one up. So, well, let me get hold on. Let me get a knife for each one of them. Don't think I'll have to stir that one up. Yeah, that one's pretty firm. So that one's fine. Let me see if I can stir this chicken one up a little bit. Get all the grease and oil down in there. Like I said, I've never had any of these other ones. I've only had the deviled ham, so I've never had any of these. I know, it looks very appetizing. I know some people probably can't eat this stuff because just the way it looks. And it does kind of look gross, honestly. And let's try the roast beef. Let's see if we can stir that one up a bit to where it doesn't look so gross. Yeah, the color definitely looks better when you don't have the fat on the top of it. Okay. I know we had a guy at work that would, he would eat one of these cans every single day, just by himself with a spoon. So I'm going to take these over the table. You see what they look like now. I'm going to take it over the table. I'm going to try it just plain, and then I'll try it with a cracker because it's always better with a cracker. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, like I said, there was nothing to heat up or anything like that. So I've got my 3 potted meats, and I've got me some Ritz crackers, just a regular standard Ritz. I'm going to try it without crackers first. So I'm going to try the deviled ham. These always had a texture you either loved it or hated it. It's kind of grainy and gritty. It's, don't talk while you're swallowing. It has like a gritty texture to it, where they grind the meat up in there, and it has a kind of an odd texture. But flavor-wise, it's always been spicy, and it's still spicy. It's spicy just like I remembered it being spicy. You put it on a cracker. Cracker is definitely the way to go. If you can eat this on a cracker, it makes the flavor a lot better. It's not bad by itself, but it's much stronger, you know, just on its own if you were to eat it with a spoon or whatever. It doesn't taste like ham by any means. Well, I take that back. It does taste like ham, but it has a lot of spices in it, and a lot of seasonings, and it's written too small for me to read. Salt, something else, mustard flour. It just says natural seasoning, so I don't know what it is. Spices, turmeric, that's interesting. Brown sugar, now it's clearing up. Yeah, so it's ham with seasonings. That's basically it. Like I said, it has a little spice to it. It's a little spicy when you eat it by itself. I think what would throw most people off is the taste. I mean, the texture more than anything. Okay, so I've never tried the chicken at all, ever. It looks very pasty. It's very smooth compared to the deviled ham is more of a bigger grit, like it's gritty. This one you got a little bit of a grit in there too, where it's not super finely ground, but it is more finely ground than the deviled ham. Let's put it that way. We put it on a cracker. The seasonings in this aren't as strong either. Like I said, the deviled ham is kind of has a spiciness to it. This does not. This one's very kind of mushy, and it just tastes like chicken, really. Yeah, they need to actually add a little bit more spice to this one. It has more ingredients for sure. I can't even read them all. But as far as the flavor goes, it just tastes like chicken with maybe some salt and pepper, and that's about it. The texture though is very, very pasty. So if you didn't like the grittiness of the deviled ham, you might really hate the texture of that chicken, or you might really love the texture of that chicken. I don't know. Now this roast beef kind of scares me a little bit because it had a lot of grease on the top of it, and I've stirred it in the best I can, but we'll see. So here we go. It's kind of pasty like the chicken, but it has more of a beefy kind of roast flavor. Very smooth, almost like a pate or something. And I'm sure the wealthy among you that have had pate, I have not. That's probably the texture of it, is a very smooth, pasty kind of texture. It's still got a little bit of grittiness, but not nearly as bad as like the deviled ham. And it tastes better on the cracker. Now, I was afraid of that grease on the top. I don't really get that texture or the taste of the grease though, so that's a good thing. I like the flavor of that, but it needs more spice in there. Yeah, it's kind of the chicken was like, I think the chicken even had more flavor than the roast beef does. The chicken had a really strong chicken flavor. Like I said, kind of a salt and pepper kind of chicken broth kind of flavor. The roast beef has just a beefy flavor, but it's not as, I said roast, but it's not really as strong as a roast, although the aftertaste is like I've had a piece of roast, like a roast you put in a crock pot. Those are okay. I really do like, it's gonna sound weird, I really do like the flavor of the original deviled ham. I like the seasonings better too. Although, going back to it, it's a very, it's a bigger grind. Like the texture of the pieces of meat are bigger, whereas the other two are very smooth and creamy. You can kind of see the difference between that. See how it's drier and there's like chunkier, whereas these are very smooth and pasty. And there's also more moisture in the chicken and the roast beef. These are good. I mean, I think if you take this with a pack of crackers and eat it with crackers for lunch, I think you'd be good shape. I think you'd get full on it pretty good, and for $2.50, not bad. Not a bad deal. Now, like I said, a lot of people will be put off by the texture. The texture, if you're eating with a spoon, is going to be really noticeable. But if you're eating it with a cracker, it's really not as noticeable. It all kind of goes together with the cracker. So you wouldn't notice it as much on a cracker. I don't know how else you would eat it except on a cracker. No, I don't know. Maybe a club cracker or a saltine cracker, but it's still going to be some kind of cracker. I guess you could dip a potato chip in it, but I don't think that would work very well. Best with a cracker. So I think these are good. Overall, it's not something I would eat like regularly, but I do like the flavors. And some people, like I said, are absolutely going to hate the texture because they are kind of a gritty kind of texture. And the smell, you just got to ignore the smell. The smell does taste like cat food. It really does. But you just got to overlook that. Go on. I think I'm going to give all these equally. You know what? I'm going to give the deviled ham just a little bit more. I'm going to give all of them a 3. I'll give the deviled ham a 3.5 just because it's got a little bit more spice to it. But the other two are just as good. They're an average everyday meal. So 3 out of 5 for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.